Anyway, so in pop culture news, we have had an interesting.
React. I want you to react.
Okay. We have had an interesting thing happen here that I am very. I know this is not true, okay? I know Tory Lanez did not shoot Megan Thee Stallion. There is no way he did that. And if he did, it was definitely an accident. Like, he didn't realize the safety was off or something. There's no way that Tory would do that. Like, I don't know him like that, but like I know him like that, you know?
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
it's just crazy. Like so Megan comes out after all the rumors happen and she posts her thing on IG and she specifically says like I was intentionally harmed. And then her caption was like, I'm going to be careful with who I keep my energy around. Then her best friend comes out saying it wasn't me who did it, but this person did it intentionally. Then Megan's producer and bodyguard come out. The producer tags Tori saying, count your fucking days, and then deletes the tweet. And then the bodyguard is saying like, if you know me and you know her well enough, you know why I wasn't there or something. I don't know, some weird coded message. And I was like, what the
Yeah,
fuck? But
I'm
like,
not quite sure.
what I'm curious about is so none of them are cooperating with the police, Megan or her friend. Mind you, it was only Megan and her friend in the car with Tori. Everybody knows that it was just them three. Kylie wasn't there, like nobody else was there. It was just those three there. So I just think it's interesting. Like, it's not snitching if it was just you three in the car. Like, I don't think that's snitching at all because everybody can correlate and the gun was found on Tori. Everyone's going to make their assumption already. So it's not snitching if that really did happen. So, and if this was a case of like technically, I guess would that be considered domestic violence? I don't know. It would be violence against women. So like technically if you want to speak out on violence against women, which Megan is here for women's rights, you would think she would do that now. So this is why I feel like them not cooperating, something's missing. They're keeping something out of the story on purpose to make Tory look like he did this shit when I know he didn't.
I feel like Megan Megan flipped on Tory like good morning pancakes. She has
Good morning pancakes.
she has flipped on Tory because what she told the cops initially. All right, let's break this down. What she
Yes,
told the cops initially was that she cut her foot on glass, right?
exactly.
And we're like, damn, damn, it sucks. And we thought a loud noise had happened. That's why they ended up arresting Tory and charging him with gun possession. So we just thought one thing didn't necessarily correlate.
And they
Then she
were
comes
all
out,
still in the car together at the
yeah,
time of the arrest.
and then something comes out saying that she was attacked. So and something against her, she was attacked against her. And I figured, okay, she was shot or she was attacked, and Tory Lanez protected her with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
That story turns left after she said she was shot herself. And they were like, okay, Tory Lanez had the gun. She was shot. What happened?
And why would he shoot her in the foot of all places? Like, that's such
Yeah.
a random spot to shoot someone.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Apollo P's prediction is, I feel this is what happened. Tory Lanez was on, I mean, not Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion was on some dumb girl shit. She was drunk. She got the gun. She might have been playing with it. Tory Lanez, yo, chill, relax. And they were started tussling with the gun.
Yes.
And then maybe the shit went off, ricocheted off something into her foot. She didn't get shot. Apparently it was like either she got shot or some fragments went into her foot. That loud noise caused for people to call the police, and they're in the car trying to figure things out, like what story to tell. Because when you do get shot and go to the hospital, they automatically start an investigation, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when they pulled over and she said she cut her flat foot on some glass, that was the best excuse they could have got to, because it wouldn't cause an investigation to happen because she wasn't shot, quote unquote.
It's just, that's actually a really good theory, and that really could be what happened. But it's just crazy because, well, I guess the good thing is because no one's cooperating, they can't necessarily prosecute any charges against Tory, which is good. But like it just bothers me so much because like Tory worked so fucking hard to get to where he is now. Like, literally everybody in like Toronto and the GTA has watched him from his inception back in like 2009. So like we've all seen it, and like we've all been waiting for it to get big, and then finally the beef gets squashed with Drake, and like it's like, all right, shit is actually moving on up for him, like he's getting what he deserves. And then it's like boom, this shit happens. Like, why? Like, I'm actually mad about it. Like, why? Just leave the guy alone. Like,
I don't honestly don't think he did. A part of me doesn't feel like this story makes sense enough to Tory Lanez even being frustrated enough to shoot Megan.
yeah, exactly. It
You
makes
know?
no sense. None.
And the fact that, I asked this on Twitter, and I was like, what's stopping Megan from telling the truth? And then people are probably saying street politics is probably, but is she really in the, well, I mean, the music business is the streets, all right? Just don't get it fucked up. I guess she doesn't want to lose the street audience by cooperating. And
but
if that's the case, huh?
Yeah, but I don't even think that would even happen because, like I said, I think it would be her speaking out against violence on women. And I think if this really did happen, but like, and I think that's why I don't personally think, because somebody did bring that up to me, but I don't personally think it would cause an issue.
You'll be surprised what the audience and people on the internet will consider snitching nowadays. Especially with the whole 6ix9ine coming out, getting the bag after, ratting on his folks.
Yeah, well,
it's tough out here, man.
Tory, we know you didn't fucking do it. Yeah. I want to know what he has to say about it.
I don't think he's gonna speak because them girls put him in a terrible light. They flipped on him like some pancakes, man.
Yeah, they started their whole narrative. Remember we talk about how starting the narrative? Like, they did it. They started their narrative. I don't like them anymore, Well, I don't really know Megan's friend, but I don't like Megan no more.
They say there's a video of of what happened, which
and that's the only thing that cops can potentially use. If that video shows something, then they'll be able to see. But like, I don't fucking know.
Me neither. All right, so I had a field day with this. I objectively hated Nick Cannon after watching his whole Cannon class, because one thing the internet does is show something and then tell you something else. So the video that was circulating over the internet of why Nick Cannon was fired was totally not the clip that actually got him fired.
Okay.
Right? So he got fired over anti-Semitic remarks and comments that put forth anti-Semitic and propaganda,
rhetoric.
Hateful and yes. So things he said is that Jewish people in the banking, the power that the Jewish people have, and
the media,
and how black people are the original Jews, and things of that nature. So those type of things are the same type of propaganda rhetoric that helped Hitler back in the day to, I guess, cultivate the people of Germany to hate the Jewish people during the time and get what we call the Holocaust, right? Yeah. So that type of, when you say stuff like the Jewish people have the power to control and this, that, and there, it now starts a propaganda rhetoric saying that the Jewish people have power over things, and it only builds up a negative negative representation of those people, which oftentimes had to come down, because that's the same type of propaganda that I had heard their people once in time before in the past. So, all right, I don't know why I said all that without even getting to the story. But yeah, Nick Cannon did some stupid shit. And he took an L for it, because I don't know what the fuck possessed him to go on that mic and say a whole bunch of shit that possibly isn't true.
I think that Professor Griff, who he had on the podcast, is what like got him speaking about it, because Professor Griff has already been known to make those kind of comments anyways. Exactly.
And I saw like Professor Griff live, IG live, and him saying, what was wrong? There was nothing wrong. He spoke the truth. And I'm sitting back here. So I'm going to come out and say, I've said some propaganda things before.
No.
about white people. Although that some of the shit's a lie. What Nick Cannon was saying was like white people were savage because of lack of melanin deficiency. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this guy saying? And I don't know why all black people or a lot of people think everything that he was saying about white people were true. It's like he spoke the truth about white people. Like, at what point did he speak the truth about white people being inherently savages? And if we're going to talk about, I'm going too deep. All right, what's your thoughts on this, Nina?
Honestly, I don't really understand it. I'm going to be so real with you. I talked about this on hashtag last week as well. And they were saying that what he said wasn't not true. It was just offensive. And I was like, okay, but like, to be honest, I don't really understand it. Like, I tried reading what he said. Maybe I'm just stupid. I don't fucking know. I tried reading what he said over and over again, and I just didn't get it. Like, I didn't understand.
Nick Cannon, he is a college educated man, and he should know better of what is propaganda rhetoric and hateful rhetoric.
Mm-hmm.
And he went on that hill, and he died on that hill, following after Professor Griff and the Nation of Islam rhetoric. A lot of the things that I don't know why he even took it that far.
Yeah, well, that's what I think about it. I'm just confused. However, because I am confused, I am sure there's lots of other people who are confused. Mm-hmm. You yourself said you didn't understand why people are saying it's true, whatever, right? So what I think is that Viacom shouldn't have dropped him. I think they should have used this as a teaching moment, sat Nick down for a special TV special with this rabbi, for example, that he's doing this podcast with and releasing now, or somebody else of the Jewish community. The owner of Viacom, she's Jewish. He reached out to her, whatever. Like, I think they should have sat him down and educated the rest of us as to why this is wrong and what the issue really is here, because I know I'm not the only one. Or if I'm the only one who doesn't understand, then I'm just stupid. But I know I'm not the only one who doesn't understand it. Like, there's parts that a lot of other people don't understand. So I think that's what they should have done.
Yeah, man. Nick Cannon was stupid for a lot of that whole hour and a half that he had. Fucking idiot.
Did you listen to all of it? I didn't listen to it.
I listened to all of it. I sat down because I wanted to make sure that because like I said, the clip of him saying the melanin deficient people, white people were savages, this, that, and the third, although that sounds hot, that shit has no fucking merit to it, man. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are creating books on just propaganda. But I just sat down because I wanted to see what part was hateful. So that whole Jewish and how black people are Hebrew and stuff like that went over my head until I listened to another podcast, Brilliant Idiots, to where they brought that into perspective. It was like, okay, this is why it is hateful and this is why it's anti-Semitic. And people were kind of figuring out what is anti-Semitic, and it's like people that speak the Semitic language and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. But yeah, all the other stuff, like a lot of the shit was just propaganda, man. It was shit that sound hot, but a lot more people were concerned about the Jewish stuff rather than the white stuff. You could get away with being like extra hateful to white people. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck because he didn't get canceled for that shit. And
it was the Jewish stuff. Yeah, it wasn't anything to do with the white people.
You could talk trash about white people and be like, all right, go shake it over.
Yeah.
But also he apologized. He folded like freshly washed linens after saying that he wasn't going to.
You come up saying? Like, you see the one that first flipped on them like good morning pancakes, folded on him like freshly washed linens.
He folded. He gave like paragraphs and he denounced everything that he said. He took back everything that he said. He was like, that is propaganda, hateful, and it was not true. He took back everything. And I was like, God damn, look at this guy.
And he wants ownership of Wild 'N Out.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna get that shit back.
I don't know if he's gonna get that either.
I hope that I hope that he's able to, get back on Viacom and they're able to, look past this.
Viacom's been acting stupid though, because even with Teen Mom, I was watching. So they were supposed to be a baby special for Corey, who has been on The Challenge, and Taylor, who has been on Are You the One and X on the Beach with Corey. So Corey and Taylor were supposed to have a baby special where they were giving birth to their first baby together. Yeah. And it was all good, okay, until literally the day of MTV, which is part of Viacom, decided to pull it. Like, literally the date was supposed to air, a couple hours before it was supposed to air, they pulled it and said they're ending their relationship with Taylor because of comments she made back in 2012 on Twitter. Mind you, these comments were already addressed on Teen Mom the previous season. They addressed it. She made the comments back in 2012, whatever, like stuff about Asian people and Black people, like just like comments and stuff, right? And because Corey is obviously Black and Corey's other baby mama is Black, so her stepdaughter is Black. The three of them sat down and had a conversation about it, and they were fine after that. Everything was fine, everything was solved, whatever. MTV was fine, everything was good, and then all of a sudden the day of they decide to cut her. It was stupid. mind you, I don't like this girl, but I do think it was stupid of them to like move like that.
We live in extra sensitive times. So what it looks like is, just to end up, let's put a cap on the conversation. Viacom fire Nick for his stupid propaganda he wanted to put out there, trying to be extra black. Respect for being extra black, but you just don't gotta lie on other people and say a whole bunch of bullshit. But Fox took that and was like, we're gonna keep him on to the mask, a show that's probably not doing that great, but but they're gonna keep him on, and they stand by him because they believe that his apology was sincere. And after apologizing, he has gotten a rabbi, and then he's doing a canon class with them. We're speaking. It looks like they're going to be speaking a lot about things, and they're going to try to black and Jewish people form together to fight white supremacy, type of unite.
Good.
And that's where we're at right now.